Hey y'all, it's me again. I'm back after a long break. I'm sure you're disappointed in me because I let you down. I let myself down, I let my family down, my friends down, my cats down, everybody down. I let everyone down, and mostly I let myself down because I did not keep my promise. I did not keep my word of doing the 24 days of tea videos. I knew it was a tall order. I did. And yet I said I would do it anyway, and I fell off. And there are reasons for that. I have excuses. I do. I will probably express those excuses today because, I just feel that I really owe you an explanation. So, basically, first, to start off, this video is an apology for why that didn't happen. Secondly, I'll be talking about sort of my New Year's intentions, and then thirdly, how that will affect this channel. So, let us begin. Basically, December sort of kicked my ass. It was going along just fine, smoothly. I was a little overwhelmed with all of my hobbies and side projects, but I was like, whatever, I can do it, it's fine. And then life happened, and all of a sudden, just wave after wave after wave of change came to me, unexpected, and it just kind of kicked my ass. So, things that happened completely out of the blue that I totally wasn't expecting. Nothing was bad, but my boyfriend moved in with me to my one-bedroom apartment. Wasn't expecting that. Some things transpired, but it's all good. It's good. I wanted to live with him, but it wasn't expecting it. 2, some medical things happened with me. All of it ended up being nothing, but there's a lot of hoops I had to jump through and a fair bit of stress around it. 3, Christmas and New Year's. 4, surprise, went in for a meeting at work one day, and my company, I guess, secretly sold itself and is merging with another company. That's fine too, it's all good, but it was a shock. And I also have a side business. It's called Lovely Funeral. I design things for funerals. It went really well all last year, and then I tanked the last 2 months, and 2 or 3 months, and I don't understand what's going on, but that was really stressing me out. And then I was kind of like, do I even really want to do this anymore? I don't know. Any business owners out there probably understand this. And then my cat got sick, and I still don't really know what's going on with him, but I think he's on the up and up too now. But basically, yeah, I was really overwhelmed with everything in life, and I could not get myself to come home and set up the lighting, because it's always dark, and do a tea tutorial, and I don't know, it just wasn't fun, and it was too overwhelming, and really all I wanted to do in December was just sit in the quiet when I got home. Yeah, Remington's out here expressing himself here. But yeah, so those are the things that happened, and like I said, none of it's bad. I'm not complaining, but it was a lot of change and a lot of adapting, and just kind of the stress of change. And like I said, if it's not fun, I don't need to be posting YouTube videos and forcing it, because I think the reason that my videos, you probably subscribed, is because I was having fun making the videos, and it probably wouldn't be that fun to watch videos that somebody's forcing to just put out just cause. So that's my explanation for why I didn't finish 24 Days of Tea and kind of what's been going on with me. But now that the dust hopefully has settled for the most part in my life, and it's a new year, I've been thinking about what I want to do with this next year, and really the biggest thing I've been craving is just simplicity, space, time, quiet, peace and quiet, and just really prioritizing things, and getting rid of all the things in my life that I don't need, that I don't use, that I don't want to spend my time doing things I don't want, with people I don't want to spend time with. Just want to get everything down to the bare minimum, so I have plenty of space to sort of figure out these next steps in my life because I'm kind of at a pivotal time. Like, I'm 29. I don't know what my next chapter is going to be, and I'm sort of like figuring that out. So it's sort of an exciting time. Also a bit of like just the stress, like the emotional stress of like figuring out what's next. Because what I've realized the last really couple of years, but it's really come to me the last 6 months, is like everything that I always wanted to accomplish when I was younger and everything, I've accomplished, and I've been there, and I've been enjoying being to the end goal sort of, but like, now what sort of thing. So that's kind of what 2019 is about. It's about clearing space so I can figure out what's now. Also, I really want to tackle some of my vices that I know that I have, a lot of people have, and I'm going to figure out why I turn to those things for comfort and how to transform my habits into something better. So those habits include eating unhealthy food, comfort eating. I'll still probably do some of it. I'm a believer in intuitive eating, but I'm going to generally be eating healthier. I have autoimmune issues too, so it really helps to kind of dial in what foods kind of don't agree with you and what don't. If you want me to do videos on intuitive eating and or autoimmune protocol stuff, I do know a fair amount about that. And I might do that just because I really am kind of passionate about it, although there are people out there that do way better, but whatever. And another thing this year is I actually already took out my TV. My TV is probably my biggest vice, my biggest comfort and addiction is TV. I just come home and I just am drawn to watch it, and I plop down and I just watch it, and if I'm uncomfortable at all, I watch the TV, and it's the first thing I do is I throw it on. And I realized this when I was kind of overwhelmed and sort of overstimulated with my life this December, and I actually took my TV out. Also with my business, I was like, I am never really working on my business because I'm afraid to now because it's not doing as well, and so I would just watch TV instead of even thinking about it. So a lot of that's like escaping from the circumstances of my life. So I'm gonna do a video on that as well because there's not very much out there about giving up TV, and I really wanted some content about it when I was sort of thinking about making this leap. So I'm gonna be doing some videos on that and just my experiences and what I've done to sort of ease into it and why I did it and things like that. Even though I just explained it all, but you know, whatever. There's food, TV, what's my other one? Spending. So my other one is shopping and spending. I have all of these happy little obsessions, and every little happy obsession that I get into, I buy a bunch of things for, or little gadgets, or any this, or any that. It's totally coming from a place of anxiety for me, and then I just buy things to try to make my life easier in one way or another, but really I'm just trying to, you know, mask my anxiety about random things. It's not like I have a huge anxiety problem, but we all have anxiety in this day and age. So I'm doing a spending freeze for 6 months. I'm doing a spending freeze for 6 months, and I have specific rules along those lines of what I can buy. Mainly I can buy like perishables. That's not the right word. I can buy consumables. So, you know, cleaning products, paper towels, toilet paper, food, tea, pet food, pet stuff, and a few other things. So basically, Remington's not happy with me. Basically, that's gonna be a big thing, and I'm probably gonna do a couple videos on that and just how I'm coping with not spending money and stuff like that, because I do find that there are some videos on there, but there's not, it's a lot of like recaps of like tips that are kind of, I don't know, like obvious, and so I might just do a few just like how it feels in the trenches, so maybe other people who are doing it that watch a video when they're in the trenches can maybe like have the feels with me and be like, I get you, I'm there too, we're gonna get through this. Those are my main 3 pillars. Spending freeze, eating right, not watching TV. So those are kind of the big things. And then with all that time that I will be gaining, by not comforting myself with all those things. I have a lot of like self-help practices that I do, a lot of journaling, a lot of meditation, and a lot of woo-woo things, which is my other obsession that, you know, I realize some people might get turned off by, but I was like, I grew up like, you know, Christian, like loosely Lutheran or whatever, and it was never like crazy strict environment or anything, but it was fine. But it never really clicked with me, and so I thought I was like an atheist for a long time. It was just like, whatever, I don't believe in anything, blah blah blah. And then in my mid-20s, I started meditating a lot, and that just sort of, when looking into that, you sort of sometimes get segued into more woo-woo, like spiritual stuff that's a little bit more, I don't know, in it. And so I just ended up I just ended up falling into it, and I just find it so fun to learn about this stuff. Some of it's so out there and crazy, and some of it is, to me, just totally makes sense, and some of it is just really practical things like meditation. So I just really love it, and I'm definitely probably gonna be doing some videos on that. Specifically, the things I'm really into are human design. I like tarot. I've recently been getting into astrology, actually, and that surprises me because I've always kind of poo-pooed it. Like EFT, is it EFT tapping? Tapping. That's kind of not quite woo-woo, but a little bit. Manifestation, stuff like that. I'm pretty into it, so I'll probably do some videos. And some of them are like reviews of products that I've found are the most legit, like with manifestation. There's a lot of stuff out there on that, and I kind of feel like some things are a little bit more on the nose than others. I'm getting a little bit more into sustainable clothing, not sustainable, but like not fast fashion, like slow fashion. No, I'm saying that wearing fast fashion for sure, but like I've recently been looking into it, and I'm thinking with my next purchases in 6 months of clothes, I might be headed that way. Remington, come on. So I might be doing some stuff on that. Also, I love Nadine Artemis's stuff, and I love Living Libation stuff. So I'm actually gonna be doing her tooth regimen, which I'll probably do a video on, her skin regimen. So just a little bit of like self-care stuff. So I'd say my channel these days is a little bit woo-woo, a little bit self-care, and still a lot of tea. I will still be doing consistent tea videos throughout this whole thing. It's included in I can totally drink tea when I'm eating healthy with my current diet plan, and I can totally spend money on tea because it's part of food, and I still want little things that I can just look forward to, kind of like shopping around and getting and just enjoying. I don't want to suck all the joy out of life with these things. It's really about clearing out the stuff so I can face what it is that I need comfort from, come up with better habits for those, just create a lot of space so that I can work on passion projects, so I can work on my businesses that I have in the works, so I can figure out what businesses I want to keep and which ones I don't, so I can figure out, like, just in general, everything in life. Do I need to keep this, or should I let this go? So I'm pretty cutthroat in 2019, but all from a good place. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I guess I better go. Remington is just, he's not having it anymore. So thanks for listening to my ramble. I'm so sorry about this. You know, you probably hate me. You're probably irritated. I'm probably gonna get a bunch of down things. But, you know, I just felt I should give you an explanation and kind of come out of the closet about my other obsessions, because I know everybody here is probably there for tea, and there will still be plenty of tea in this channel, but I just don't want to freak you out or piss you off. But if I do, I mean, this is who I am. I called it Happy Little Obsessions for a reason. I always knew that I would probably do other videos, and so here we are. This is kind of a little bit of a blueprint of what you might be hearing about on this channel. Eventually, here in the next month or two, I'm gonna come up with a way for me to consistently post videos, come up with a schedule. Now that my boyfriend lives here, it's like, when do I do videos? When don't I do videos? So hopefully I can come up with something, because I really would like to do this consistently because it's fun. And yeah, so anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. I will talk to you soon. Bye.